Hey, what's up, guys? Coming out back in the video. And today I want to do my what if series there. What if Naruto had a sister? Part 27 there. So in the last part in 26 there, we see Naruto, Naruto, and Sasuke. We're mostly taking on Obito there. Mostly Naruto and Naruto actually activate their Nine Tails forms there, mostly when they technically activate their Nine Tails forms there. Technically, Sasuke actually combined with Naruto there with the Kurmas there and stuff like that. Mostly they activated with the Kurmas and stuff like that. Mostly Naruto and Naruto actually fist bump there, and then also Naruto's actually Kurama also actually has the same as there. Mostly combined with the Susanoo. They both combine with the Susanoo there. They attack Obito there. Obito was trying to fend off with his big ass sword there. It gets wrecked like in the original series. Well, technically it gets shattered there. Technically his sword gets completely fucking shattered there. And then he's like, Obito's like, oh fuck and stuff, and so he gets hit there. And Naruto, Naruto, and Sasuke go down and stuff like that. And Obito also goes down with them. But Obito actually told Naruto and Naruto there, saying why he's like, why you have to stand up there? Why you just can't stand there and die and stuff like that? That's what he told both of them and stuff like that. And mostly, they're like, you have to protect this rain person and stuff like that. And then mostly we've seen Obito there actually going through like like with the rain and stuff like that. That still happens and stuff. And Naruto Narco there, and he grabs them both by the neck there, and he said, "Why I have to follow you?" and stuff like that. And stuff like that happens there, and then they're like, "Come over our side," and that's what Naruto and Narco were saying to him. Come over, like, come on, you idiot, come over to our side. That's what they told Obito. And mostly uh, they convinced him there, and mostly they Naruto and Naruto punched Obito in the both of them punch at the same time there, actually punching him so hard where all the tail pieces came out. Naruto actually was saying something about grab my arm to my chakra there and pull it out there and stuff like that. So, and they technically pull him out there, and then Nimato was technically getting the lecture like in the original series, saying like about rain and stuff like that. And mostly Obito was actually giving Naruto Narco compliments there to Nimato there, and technically Nimato was saying, yeah, that's my son and daughter and stuff like that. It still happens. And then Naruto and Narco actually they told Nemato's telling them to go after the real Madara there. They do, and they use the Rasan Hurricane on the real Madara. He's like, oh crap, I have to get out of the way. He technically dissolves it, and they're like, what the fuck? He reflected and stuff like that, and he's like, really things and stuff like that. And then he said, oh, I found all of you, you beast and stuff like that. And then he's like, time to go back to your cages. And then and then Naruto was telling Naruto to run there, and she's like, right and stuff. She's like, get the other Konoha out of here. And mostly, and he's like, where are you going? And he's like, and Naruto's like, don't hurt my sister there. And he's like, oh, the little brother's protecting the older sister. So that was in part 26 there. Let's go into part 27. What if Naruto had a sister? So, we have to start with Naruto facing on Obito there. Technically, mostly the battles begin. Naruto is actually pushing it there. We see also Gaara there trying to do that there. He's like, I need to help you, Naruto, and stuff like that. He's like, oh, he's like the one part of the Nine Tails and the One Tails is actually helping each other. He's like, they're like, shut up, you bastard, and stuff like that. And then mostly he's like, and then he technically summons the Gedo statue there. Mostly when he technically summons the Gedo statue there, and he's like, time to go back to your cages, you beast, and stuff like that. So mostly they grabbed all the chains there. the chains came out right all the tail beasts, including the including Naruto's karma, and then he's like, mostly they technically were sliding there and stuff like that. Except this time saying go to the fourth Okage there, and save Naruto's life there. He's like, listen, Kaze, you need to go find Naruto there, and try to locate to Minato there. Minato actually didn't fully seal both the karmas in us there. Yes, he sold both the karmas in us there, but technically there's like 15% of us there. It's inside of Minato there. That's what he said there. He's like, really? How are you gonna do that? He's like, do it, Kaze. We trust you and stuff like that. So technically, all the tail beasts go in the in the in the in the ghetto statue there. Technically, all the tail beasts are getting into the ghetto statue. And Naruto's like, and mostly was falling there, like in the original series, he was falling and stuff. And then Gar's like, Naruto, I got you and stuff. And mostly he's like, hang on there, Naruto, we have to get you to the medical team and stuff like that. During this time there, Naruto was actually made it to the thing there. And they're like, wait, that's Naruto in there. And they're like, oh, the the Nine Tails. They're like, the Nine Tails has been distracted. They're like, which one? They're like, Naruto Uzumaki's Nine Tails has been distracted, but the other Nine Tails is not captured yet. We need to capture her now. They're like, they're telling they're like Naruto, and Sakura is saying, Naruto, you need to step back. They're going after you and stuff. She's like, yeah, right. She's like, I'm gonna take these I'm gonna take these bastards on and stuff. She's like, you can't. She's like, you can't do that, Naruto. You're gonna get captured and stuff like that. And mostly we see Sasuke there, like in the original series. He mostly takes on Madara, and he gets stabbed. That still happens there, like in the original series. And they're telling that there. And then they notice something weird that's happening there. Garo's flying there, and you see Garo coming down on their thing there, and then they're like, wait, what happened there? And then they're like, Naruto's Nine Tails has been ripped out of him. And then the nice criminal was actually talking to Naruto. He's like, kind of looks like my other half has been captured there and stuff like that. He's like, oh crap, the other half has been captured. He's like, you can save your brother there, but you have to go to the fourth Okage to do it there, because there's only a 15% chance he's still the sealed inside of him there. So she's like, we have to she's like, we have to go to our father there. So he's like, yes. He's like, dude, you need to go with them, Naruto, so they won't capture you and stuff like that. She's okay and stuff. And then mostly Tsunade was telling, she's like, take Sakura so he can heal him and stuff like that. And Naruto was technically starting to cry there. She was like, no, she's like, don't die, Naruto, do not die. There and stuff like that. She's like, I don't want my little brother dying and stuff. And that's what she was saying. She's like, I don't want my little brother to die and stuff like that. She was saying that there. And Sakura was actually saying, she's like, don't cry, Naruto. She's like, don't cry, Naruto. He's gonna survive this. He is strong and stuff like that. That's what Sakura was actually saying to Naruto there. Technically, with Sasuke there, we see Kanin said she wants to go to Sasuke there and stuff like that, and that still happens like in the original series. Mostly when that was going on with that stuff there. They arrived to it there. They are taking Naruto, or technically Zetsu, the Zetsu guy was technically the Zetsu guy. Was one of the Zetsu guy was saying to Minato there, saying, "Oh, now you don't have no chance there, fourth Okage. You know, you actually now your son is gonna slowly gonna die. He's like, what? He's like, what he did to Naruto there and stuff like that. He's like, well, we extracted the tail beast and outside of him. He's like, crap. He's like, shit there. How the fuck you extracted them? He's like, wait a minute. Numito's like thinking, he's like, wait, I have the 15% inside of me there. I have actually the 15% of the 15% of the Nine Tails in me and stuff like that. So I can just give him the other half there and stuff like that. And he's like, he's thinking about that, and he's like, I'm not gonna let you hurt him. So and then Akashi was technically fighting the Zetsu guy in Obito's body. Naruto, and Sakura have arrived there, and then they're like, and then she's like, Dad, please save Naruto there and stuff like that. And he's like, Naruto, why you're crying and stuff like that. She's like, save him there. He's like, oh crap, and then mostly he's like, well, I only have 15% of this in me there, so I have to give him my chakra there to actually to make him survive there and stuff like that. And then mostly, technically, Naruto's like, she's like, I might give him a little bit of mine. She's like, well, if you do that, Naruto, you're technically gonna die there if you do that. He's like, let me give him the 15% of it. So technically, Numito was giving him the 15% of the karma there, and his karma gets snatched. She's like, she's like, wait, Dad, what's going on and stuff like that. And then Akashi's like, wait, what's going on, Sensei? And stuff like that. He's like, damn, he took the 15% of the Nine Tails out of me and stuff like that. And they're like, ha ha ha, now let's go after the other one. And then they're like, Naruto, get out of the way. And then mostly knocking him there. He's like, we're not going to let you. And technically, Nimito gets pretty pissed off. He's like, you step away from my daughter. And stuff like that. That's what he said to Thane. He's like, well, you got that. I'm not gonna. He's like, I'm gonna go after her. There, I'm gonna go after your little Nine Tails there. And then he's like, Naruto. He's like, I need to take you somewhere where you can't hurt her and stuff like that. So they technically warp out of there. And he's like, let me take him on. So technically Akashi, and he technically warps Obito and Akashi there to the other world there. They actually have their like little fight there, like they did in the original series. A pretty cool last fight there. Mostly they kind of did that there and stuff like that. And well, technically no, they technically no, wait. They technically did that there, and then mostly Obito comes out of it. He's like, oh man, he's like, well, I have a good idea there. I have to take Naruto and Sakura to this dimension. So he's like, trust me, I can do this there, Kashi. He's like, well, okay, Obito, I trust you and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, I will take him on to this dimension there. And so technically he takes Naruto, and Sakura into the different dimension there. And mostly when Sakura is technically healing Naruto there, and Naruto is technically healing him also. Technically, we see Obito and Obito teaming up with Akashi there, and fighting Madara there. Madara comes into action there, actually turns into his great form there. He's like, whoa, I can take you on and stuff like that. He's like, I have power over all the tail beasts to use, like, you bastard and stuff. And then mostly they did the same like did they in the original series. Guy came into the mix there and fought fucking Obito with his leaf, his red form and stuff like that. That still happens, like in the original series. And then mostly Obito comes out of the woodworks there, and he's like, he's like, well, I will save it there. And he's like, mostly the 15% of the karma there is still in there, and so I'm mostly going to give this to Naruto. So he gives this to Naruto there, and he said, use half of your thing there. Use like 10% of the thing to mostly Naruto. Technically, the 10% there, Naruto actually gave the 10% of karma to Naruto there, and mostly the sage stuff thing that still happens like in the original series. where Naruto and Sasuke mostly talk about the sages and stuff like that. That still happens, and their stories and stuff like that. That still happens, like in the original series there. And then mostly they attack there and stuff like that. And and then they're like, and then he's like, and then he's like, Obito was like saying, "Give me your daughter, Minato." He's like, fat chance, and so Minato is technically taking on fucking Madara there, and then and then he's like, technically pops out of nowhere, and he's like, "You hurt Guy," and he's like, he's like, "You're trying to go after my daughter." He's like, "Fat chance" and stuff. So he throws his thing there, and then comes out of nowhere, Rasengan, boom, and then he's like, "Wait, what the Rasan lava hurricane?" And then mostly he's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Oh, it's you, Naruto Uzumaki." And Naruto was like looking at him in his sage mode, looking all cool. And then Naruto, it's also, and then he's like, "Oh, and there's also Naruto Uzumaki also." So, yep, that's pretty much it on this what if there. Next, there, Naruto, and Sasuke will take on Orochimaru, or not Orochimaru. We'll take on Madara there. So yep, that's pretty much it. Comment, rate, and sponsor to the members. We like my videos. Please subscribe to hit the notification when we see more uploads. Comment, sponsor to the members. We like our out. Out of your piece.